guys, welcome back to my channel and thanks so much for clicking on today's video. I'm so excited! I'm excited. This might seem really dumb to you, but in today's video I'm trying out some luxury products that I have not been able to try before because of shade extension issues. When you're as melanated as I am and you're as chocolate as I am, you can't just be out here trying out every old banana powder. You can't just be out here trying any shade of foundation because they will have you looking like a fool. So today I am trying out two products from Fenty Beauty and one product from Mercier. So that is the Fenty Foundation and the Fenty Gloss Bomb, which I've got on, and also the Mercier powder in medium deep. I wasn't able before to buy the Fenty Foundation because I didn't feel like I had a shade reference. So the closest shade I think I felt the shade I felt closest to then was 440, but on everybody I saw it on, it looked too red, and 450 just looked too dark. So I didn't want to end up buying two foundations or trying to mix anything in there. So I just kind of said, you know what? It's not a must, I'll let it go. But then recently Fenty extended the shade range and added a crucial color between 440 and 450, which is 445, which is what I'm trying out today. And also Mercier has the Cult translucent powder, and that only came in its translucent form. But again, not too long ago they added the medium deep formulation, and then I decided to pick that up. So I've got those, and because I was shopping Fenty as well, then I picked up the Gloss Bomb. So I'm trying out all those three products in today's video, giving you my thoughts, my review, do they work for dark skin, etc, etc. So before we get started on the video, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. It would be lovely to have you on board. Join the fam gang, and also follow me over on Instagram if you haven't already as well. Otherwise, let's just get started. All right, so unboxing time. So here we go. We have the Fenty Foundation, and then I have the Mercier powder and the Fenty Glow. So I'm basically just going to put all of these to use, basically. I have heard good things about the Fenty primer, so I think I want to pick that up next and see how it goes with this. But because this is quite matte, or I've heard it's quite matte, I'm not going to apply any primer because I want to see how it's going to handle the oils. So the packaging looks like this. You guys have seen this before. It's a standard 30ml, I think. Oh no, slightly more. It's a 32ml, so you get 2ml more than your standard foundation, which is great. So this is the shade 445. Comes with a pump, so I'm just going to, I've done 3 pumps onto the back of my hand there. It doesn't really put out much on a pump. That looks like it's going to be a really good match just looking at it in the on the back of my hand. So I'm going to apply, I think, half of my face using a brush, and then the other half using a sponge just to see how it kind of applies. So I'm just picking this up with my e.l.f. Selfie Ready Foundation Blurring Brush. And oh yes, this colour is it. Yes, I knew I didn't have a colour before. Do you see how that's going on? If I would have picked up the 440, which is probably like what was looking the closest to me, then it would definitely have been too red. This has just enough golden undertones in it to make it beautiful. Oh my god, that is really matte. Just looking at how that's applied onto my face, that is pretty matte. As in, I'm not getting any shine pickup from that at all. Which is really interesting because I think the foundation itself, they don't market themselves as being really like a matte foundation, but just in terms of how that's gone onto my face, that's probably like the mattest I have ever applied a foundation. I'm just going back over my cheeks where I've got the dark marks to get some extra coverage. You guys, this colour, this is literally my colour, like it's bang on. I'm so excited and I'm so happy I waited to get this now when they've added this colour extension, because I bet you I would have been upset had I have gotten the other one. So I've used probably about 2 pumps. The other one has kind of ran down my hand. I'm just adding 1 extra pump, and then I'm grabbing my microfiber sponge. This is the Juno & Co sponge. I told you guys, if you keep seeing me use this brush, this sponge in videos, then you'll know that I like it, and I really, really do. It gives such a nice finish. I just want to see what kind of the difference is applying with a sponge versus a brush, and just to kind of see what difference that makes in terms of the application of the foundation. Don't come for me on my edges here. I haven't even bothered to slick them down. I haven't even pulled the tabs down on this wig. Like, it is what it is. By the way, this is a different, this is my Verushka wig, by the way. This isn't the Geek Hair wig. So I dug it back up out of the closet to give it some love. This is applying really, really nicely. As expected, I'm getting an ever so slightly kind of, not sheerer look, I don't know how to explain it, but I guess a lighter look with this sponge, but that was to be expected because sponges always have that kind of a different application in terms of how they apply on the face. Just as it's drying down, I guess it is starting to look a little bit darker, but that's not really so much of a problem because you can always just brighten up everything else that you've got going on. But this looks incredible in terms of matching my face. Like, I feel as though it just kind of blended in and is really kind of true to colour in terms of what my face looks like. Let me know what you think. What do you think in terms of this foundation? I think it looks really, really good. And I'm so excited to keep wearing that. So it's supposed to be a soft matte, by the way, but not like a super matte. So it's looking super matte. So maybe that's something to watch out for. This packaging is already getting filthy by just touching it on my face, like I can just see. All right, so now it's time to highlight. So I'm going in with my ColourPop concealers. So this is the shade Dark 46, just to start me off under there. I was thinking about whether to get the Fenty concealer, but I read one really trusted review from a beauty blogger that I follow, and she really didn't like it. So I don't know whether to get it or not because I don't really hear people talking about it so much. So I'm a little skeptical. So I'm going to leave it a little bit of a while, maybe before I invest in that, just to see what other people say and what they think about it. So I've gone in with Dark 40 just on top of that, just with one swipe. And then I'm grabbing my beauty sponge. This is my classic one because my other one is dirty, the other microfiber one, just to blend this out under my eyes. Concealer here to the center of my forehead, on my nose, and a little bit just there on my chin. I think I might start applying concealer to my chin. I feel like I just do it out of like habit, not because I necessarily need to. And then I feel as though my concealer doesn't blend out as well on my chin as it does with like everywhere else on my face. Does anybody else get that? Really weird. All right, now that I've got that concealer on, time to go in with the Laura Mercier powder. This is so cult, and I've wanted this for so long, and again, just waiting for the right time to get it. So I've got mine in the shade Medium Deep. Packaging is gorgeous as expected, like it just feels really nice. So it's still completely sealed. I'm just going to take off that sticker and then put back on the lid just to allow myself to shake some of that product into the top there. Oh, I shook it quite a bit, so I've got quite a bit in there. Okay, so I'm just going to use that same sponge and I'm just going to dip into the powder just once, just to see how this turns out. And I'm going to just start applying that under my eyes. Oh my God. You guys. This is the softest powder I have ever had under my eyes. Like, this is good. The ColourPop stuff is good. It's nicely milled. This is like on a whole other level. It feels so soft under my eyes. Like, and weightless as well. Like, I can't feel anything going on under there. And that colour is beautiful. I'm so glad I got this medium colour because I feel as though it's just perfect for like not anything that's way too dramatic, and it just works really well with my skin. If I wanted to brighten up a little bit more under my eyes, then I definitely could with just brightening the concealer under my eyes. It's probably looking more dramatic to you on camera because of the lights, but here in person, this is flawless. Like, I'm gonna use it to powder my whole face, like who cares? Like, I'm going in. I am going in. This stuff is just so beautiful. Like, it feels just gorgeous. No words. Incredible. All right, so I'm gonna finish off my face as per usual. So just grabbing some bronzer powder. I also played around with whether I should buy the bronzers from Fenty Beauty. The darkest color, what is the darkest color called? I'll put it up here on screen. So the darkest color is the only color that will probably show up on my skin tone, but it just looked really red, like red. And I know bronzer is supposed to add warmth to your face, but I just felt as though it was just going to make like a muddy red mark on my face. So I've kind of just written that off until maybe I can swatch it in person. I don't think I will be willing to make a commitment to buy it online until I can swatch it in person. So maybe if I take a trip later this year, then I can go and test it out and see exactly what that looks like. No doubt, I'm sure it's a really nice formula and everything, but I just didn't want to have like red mark all over my face. Like, I couldn't do that. So now that I'm just feeling gorgeous, I just need to go in with a little bit of blush. So I'm gonna go into this old palette. I don't know if you remember, I started using it over the past couple of days. This is the NYX Sweet Cheeks palette. I kind of really am digging this, you know, like I don't know how I forgot that it existed and it was a thing, but I'm really enjoying it. And I'm gonna go into this pink shade down here at the bottom with a little bit of this kind of berry shade next to it. Just for like a really gentle, subtle flush of colour to the cheeks. Okay, so I finished up my face, so now I want to go in and work on the lips, and for that I have got the Fenty Gloss Bomb in the shade Fenty Glow. So this was like one of the original colours, like before she came out with others, so it's just like, look at it. I wasn't ready for the packaging. It's just so good, like the hexagonal shape, the perspex, the mirrored lid, it just looks so good. So I just want to swatch this onto the back of my hand. Oh, that looks really good. So it is going to probably need a little bit of a lip liner. I don't know whether you can see it there or not. So I'm just going to go in with my favourite lip liner of the moment, which is this Colourpop lip liner in the colour Control. It's just a lovely deep dark brown, which is dark enough for me to line my lips with. So my bottom lip isn't as dark as my top lip, and so if I don't have a colour that's dark enough, I feel as though a lot of my nudie lips can end up looking funny. BFF3 is just slightly lighter than this. That still works well, but sometimes, you know, you just want like something really deep. This is it. So here we go, moment of truth. Oh, yes, as in, And this smells amazing. Oh, what is that smell? It smells so good. And it feels really good as well. Yes, Fenty, yes, yes, yes. I might even forgive you, Rihanna, for not giving us any music with these amazing, amazing products. Yes. Right, final step, set the face. And I will be right back. All right, guys, so that's the finished look. What do you think? I think you can tell how I feel about this already. I am so excited and so happy about these products, like every single one. Starting off with the foundation. This is just incredible. This color is perfect for my skin. Like, it's just such a good match. I think this is probably what I'm going to use now to go around shade matching this and my Lancome. So if it's not matching one of these, then like, I don't want to know. This is the story from here on out, okay? Like, I don't want to know. So this foundation is incredible how it went on. Really matte, but really beautiful. You saw how it applied. It applied really nicely with the brush as well as with the sponge. And I could get the coverage that I needed on both sides with both tools. So if you're more of a brush person or more of a sponge person, you have no need to worry. You can keep using this. I will keep letting you know what I think about this foundation, but on first impressions, I love it, and it has gone right up to the top of my list, based just on that color alone, just because it's so hard for me to find exact colors in terms of skin tone in foundations, because I have a neutral golden, almost olivey undertone. It's like a little bit weird. It's kind of like those three mixed in. If it goes to yellow, I look off. If it goes to warm, I look off. Like, it just can go really funny for me. So I'm really happy that that has worked, and it's dried down and it looks just gorgeous on the skin. The only con, I guess I'd say, to this is that the cap gets really dirty. You can already see just from there that it's got foundation on it. I'll clean that up, but it's probably going to become filthy, knowing me. I'm not very clean around my makeup table in terms of making mess. So this will probably end up being quite dirty, and it's also just a little bit heavy. It's in this frosted glass, so just be careful not to drop this, and also be careful, and also just consider it when you're traveling. It's probably going to be a little bit heavy, so just to bear that in mind, but otherwise, absolutely love it. Number 2, OMG, this Laura Mercier powder. I see what all the hype is about now. Like, I really see what all the hype is about. As I said at the beginning, I wasn't sure about this powder just because of the translucent one. It looked way too light, and everybody that I saw working with it and using it, I wasn't convinced that people around my skin tone and darker could get away with it. Even if they managed to do it on their thing, like for me, I wasn't too 100% sure. I do have a friend who purchased this through Cocoon Beauty just the other day, the translucent one. So I'm going to try hers and see if there's anything to be done with it. But honestly, I don't feel like I'm missing out, because this is incredible. You saw what it did to my under eyes, and you've seen how it set the rest of my face. My face feels incredibly smooth. It's so finely milled. Basically, everything that you've heard about this powder is true. So if you've been, if you are on my complexion and you've been wanting to try this powder, and you've been a little bit worried that it might not, the lighter one, the translucent one might not work for you, then definitely consider this. Incredible, just totally it. And then finally, the Gloss Bomb in Fenty Glow. OMG, I mean, just look at my lips. Plus, the smell is incredible. Like, I feel like I want to bite my own lips. Like, it's so juicy, it looks so good, it looks natural without like struggling too hard. I'm definitely going to buy a backup to this, because I can tell you I will be wearing this non-stop. And also, I think I want to get the other colour, which I can't remember what it's called, Fussy or something like that. I think it's called Fussy. It has a pinkish undertone. This one has a more peachy type undertone. And so I'm going to grab that one as well and then see how that works. Great news if you are interested in the Gloss Bomb specifically, because I have just a few units of that available on Cocoon Beauty. I thought I'd pick a few up for you, so make sure you go check that out, and I hope they're still in stock by the time this video goes up. But I will definitely be restocking this, because I think everybody needs to try out this lip gloss. If you would be interested in me stocking the Fenty or the Laura Mercier, please DM me over on Cocoon Beauty, and maybe we can work out like a deposit system where I can make sure to bring these in for you. I can get these in quite quickly if they're in stock, so you won't have to wait as long as with other ones. So definitely hit us up over there on Instagram, let us know, and we can try and get that for you. Yes! Guys, I'm so happy with the way my face turned out. If you like this video, then please make sure to give it a thumbs up. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you think of these products. Let me know if you've tried them or if you've wanted to try them. Give me your feedback. Would love to hear from you, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.